actually.
Chat, I'm already here, so I'm just gonna flip it over now. Even though I normally do my starting soon, I'm already here. So I'll just flip it over right now. What's up, chat?
Anybody in the zone? No. Hattori instantly spear spinning out of that one, doesn't want the incoming damage. Pulse bomb onto Lauren in the back line. Ends up rolling away, and here comes the high noon.
Hello.
Hattori has to get out of the ASAP. You see him pull the trigger there just before that skull came up, meaning most of the damage
It's
done.
Rocket League menu music. I use it through Monster Cat.
She ends up falling, and the rest of Supershy were to follow. Peace and love. Got the cap. 25%.
What's up, guys? How's my morning been? I woke up about an hour ago. I haven't been able to sleep in for the last week, but oh, last night I slept like a fucking rock, dude. It was great. I actually probably slept too much. I think I overslept, so I'm gonna probably be like kind of sleepy for the first like hour, and then I'm gonna be chill. But if you're just coming in, OWCS is going again today. This is like semi-finals or like top 4, I think, for teams. I think. So.
Exceptionally good. They peek the doors on the left-hand side. That do Zorro and someone else. Instantly, as you saw, just run him down. Just try and get on top of him, use the Terror Surge, and then the sound barrier came in just to secure the fight.
It's looking really good so far. Supershy do have that sound barrier advantage coming into this next fight, but Avik is already going to be at another Kitsune rush. And Takuto's just down.
Or Hades today?
Okay,
unlikely. Unlikely.
One.
I'm not ruling it out, but I'm very much like a play a game, complete a game type of guy. And I kind of did the hard part, you know, like actually clearing each level, learning how to fight each boss. You know, yeah, I could do challenge modes, but
they got 95% now, and someone has to touch. Pack is getting chased.
The only thing I really want is just the story, you know.
I mean, Pack has got the recall, ends up getting touched. Nice heads-up play, getting out of there ASAP. No one for Supershy falling just yet, but that pulse bomb's going to do some serious damage to the front line. As Hattori now has to play a little bit more.
Actually, I'll show you guys my list of variety games.
Should be a little bit easier though with this rush on the point. But
I'm pretty sure you haven't finished the story. No, I know, but you have to finish it 10 times to get the story. 10 times.
There's no more CDs left for the Orisa, and Pack is already down. Suzu just saved Hattori for the time being.
I don't know if I want to commit to playing 10 more runs or 8 more runs.
And is no longer relevant in this fight.
Tracy says some runs, appreciate it.
Down, and then Peace and Love will take the round and the match.
How come no live on YouTube? Because I started like 6 seconds ago.
Putting up a really
so normally
good
it takes me, like I normally do it a couple minutes after, but
kind of looking at this and going, maybe this could be a 5-match
also I'm going variety today, so I'm probably just not gonna.
Really could have that at our hands. Those were some very, very close rounds, especially that second one, and it came down to just being able
my thumb? It's still numb.
Value from those ultimates.
The tip is still numb.
Right now, Peace and Love get the better upper hand of that.
Yeah, that was a really strange beat from Sobek, which really kind of spiraled into them losing that round. Like you're using
that too. All the button mashing, literally the tip of my thumb is numb.
Like we can jump in, we can win this. It's not like we're not going to lose this out.
That first day of playing, I was so stressed out.
Gonna TP back to the rest
I was so stressed out spamming the X button that I was hitting it so hard, especially when I was trying to do like dodge attacks, like attack and dodge at the same time. I was crushing the button so hard that my tip of my thumb is numb.
Been long beloved the content.
She's saying the 3 months. Oh no, I know exactly what caused it.
We were due.
It's literally because I was so stressed out on the first day of runs. Because I was trying to do, I was trying to be better about doing this, like attacks with X. So the way I was doing it was I was constantly doing this to attack, and then when I did dodge attacks, I'd hit both at the same time instead of moving my fingers to both. And so I would rest my thumb over my A and then use the tip to hit X. And because I was doing it so hard every single time, that's how I did it. Bro, Flash, just stretch your thumb. Ah, yes, just stretch the tip of your thumb. Okay, everybody, let's do some tip of thumb stretch exercises. The playthrough edited and uploaded on YouTube before I play the next one.
Yeah, and you still have high ground access. Just walk up the stairs with your Lucio. I think that's a generic strategy that's worked really well for people. Oh my god. Is there anything cuter in the game than the Orisa emote with the puppy.
The way she picks it up, it looks crazy. I do like the brig cat one
so
as well.
Cute.
Or the Torb, when the Torb has the
cute.
mini turrets. That's a good one too. Very cute.
I think that's what we want. It's just more emotes with animals.
Exactly. I'm waiting for one of them to put a fish. Give me a fish emote.
Oh my god.
Who would keep
that would
a fish,
be amazing.
Though? I don't know who I trust on the Overwatch roster to keep a fish, to be very honest with you.
Inscription? What is Inscription?
Yeah, maybe Venture. They like rocks, and rocks...
Will it be a YouTube stream?
Cool aquascapes.
I don't plan on doing Overwatch for very long today, so I don't know if I should.
Not sure.
You're not the first person who said that today. I think I was just going to watch some OWCS and then hop off. And the problem watching OWCS on YouTube is I get DMCA striked constantly, and then I gotta reach out to Overwatch and ask them like, hey guys, can you get rid of the 19 copyright strikes on my video? And then I gotta wait a week, and then eventually they end up doing it, but it's just a pain in the ass.
That should be the point too.
I like Lucio's in these day and age. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. On something like the sound barrier with such small room for error, and then like you're so punished when you're positioning as well, knowing that the other team is just like not gonna let that go so easily.
Devil Ruins fanfic with 10 gifties.
Peace and love.
Hey, much love, buddy.
Quick take of that point.
Jack, you show some love for Devil Ruins fanfic with the 10 gifties, and you get gifted a sub.
Supershy, they can take control of this high ground first.
Thank you.
And Creato,
what's up, buddy?
Approach the rest of it.
Thank you for 34 months.
My favorite flesh tuber.
I was actually talking to Ruben earlier. So I was supposed to have a sponsor this weekend. I was very much expecting a sponsor this weekend.
Got that explosion attached to Hitori there. Good stuff. Hitori using the rush. She tries to... Oh, Sobek's being bullied again. All good.
And I basically, you know, was going to keep my whole schedule, open for it. But they kind of just haven't said a word. So I think we're going to actually do the collab you wanted. Yeah, I think we're going to do that instead. And if they come in at the last second, I'm just going to say, listen, we can do a different day.
The defense of Supershy. Sobek's not having the best of times on the Lucio.
So,
I think
probably tomorrow.
Just focusing him down.
Probably tomorrow.
Is important, especially because it helps Zoro a lot of the time too. The peel for the Cassidy is just so nice from the Lucio.
Yeah. Get rid of that, and then everything is easy goings for taking control.
Yeah, when they knocked the Orisa down there, that was huge.
Huh.
Surely they know, or Lauren even. I think they saw them dash out. Very messy fight.
Morshi, telephone receiver. You running low on cuties. Telephone receiver. You need backup. Telephone receiver. You Arigato. Telephone receiver. You.
Crazy.
A reset here. Reset for Peace and Love. That was a...
Oh, we have a couple more this week. Actually, no, next week. Next week, I think we got like...
Got Terror Surge. The sound barrier is going to be really nice to have on both sides. Zoro, if they can keep this like high ground control. Ooh.
Nice. That was almost a kill too.
Great spear.
All right, Psycho is going to touch the point here, but Hitori, well, Terror Surge available. There's the sound barrier from Bayer, trying to get that
Ruben Ryan vid was super good. He messaged me about it. He was like, who the or no, he came in the chat actually, and he was like, who the fuck made that title? I was like, wasn't me. Is it more A7FL? Yeah. There's more A7FL. There's some boxing. There's some MMA.
Going to send down to the point now. Those spears do be a flying. LSU on the point, but Supershy should be able to get back in time. Pulse bomb on the Orisa. Nice kills coming through from Pac and Kuno.
Also, I was supposed to go with my mom today to go get lunch, but I'm not feeling the best, so I told her I don't really want to go.
Oh my god.
And now she's like, wait, are you sick? Why are you sick? Did you do something stupid? Did you go outside? Did you like, did you leave the AC on too much? I'm like, no, it's allergies. There's a giant fucking tree outside my house, and now it's feel like dick.
Ultimate advantage right now.
We're trying to flood onto the point right now as Paco already fallen. A couple of minutes to go.
Probably,
he touches no. Both DPS dead almost instantly.
Just wondering if she's gonna be like, do you need to go to the doctor? No, I don't. It's fucking allergies. Just leave me alone.
so tough to kind of get away from.
Yeah, there's two. We're gonna have, dude. There's a week. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. There's a week next week where I think I have 4 or 5 sponsors in 2 days.
So much easier to kind of walk into the back line. Your Sojourn's not really got a fear of anything. Same with the Lucio.
Yeah. Way less damage to have to worry about here, but Alessio can still use his Terror Surge, like another ultimate advantage for Peace and Love heading into this second stretch.
Oh my god. Alessio getting rinsed in the front line there.
My mom would whip my ass if I dished lunch with her. Well, I'm a 28-year-old man. If I don't want to go to have lunch that day, I'm not going to go and have lunch that day. It's the whole point of it was a rescheduled birthday dinner for me, so the whole thing is for me anyways.
Fear of this getting capped with time in the bank. Here comes Tori back on the point. Takuno is low. There's 5% away from that rush, and they need it right now because Back is already dead. Rush comes out onto the point, but no! No one's going to jump on to get the touch on the payload. Takuno was around the corner, same with Zoro. The kills are coming through at lightning speed, however, with that overclock from Loren. Peace and Love finished with 2 minutes and 36 in the time bank. An impressive showing thus far. I mean, Supershy Rose, not really. Well, they're playing a little bit shy right now, it feels like. Needs some more gumption in them.
I think it's so tough when Peace and Love have been marking down Sobek left and right. You remove the Lucio, you remove your mobility. There's no peeling anymore for Zoro's Cassidy, and it is way easier to take out that bigger source of damage. I think when you look at maybe how to play around that, it's just playing together more as a team, stuck on top of each other. But it's also very difficult to do when Lauren has the power slide available to get those longer angles and hitting the shots. Like, that's one of the big dangers of running the Sojourn versus the Cassidy, is you have to rely a lot on the pick potential that a charged railgun shot has, and if you miss, you know, you have to charge another one, you gotta weave behind a shield again or something, and it can be a little bit harder to keep that damage down, but Lauren's been showing up in a big way this series.
Wait, there's no shot.
This is Zoro also on the Cassidy. A lot of the time, especially when we jump over to like Cass POV, it's always them just being able to pressure out the Orisa like you were mentioning before. That's the important tool that you've got to use. Just doing damage to Orisa, force out CDs. All good. Pack gets recalled there by the Life Weaver.
Orisa meta is double shield on wheels.
Zoro maybe stepping up a little bit more here is required for Supershy. It's been a tough game for Sobek too, to be fair. Also been hounded
that
down
is
by the team.
One hell of a way of looking at it.
Yeah. It's so tough. I like having to keep the Lucio alive too. It can be very devastating, but like, it's just Psycho going after that Lucio.
Oh, nice.
Watching here, Sobek was like half HP.
There you go. Okay, so showing up in a big way there. Ooh, nice headshot too. Hitting that Hintonade on Psycho, something you
I'll make it to top 500 one day. No, I'm just kidding, in my dreams, lol.
It's literally anyone can. I'm not even joking.
Okay.
It's just a ridiculous amount of time and effort. And honestly, probably not even worth. Because like, once you invest that much time and effort,
it's about whether or not you can actually keep that momentum going.
It's kind of like
because we did see Peace and Love get stopped just
it's like one of those things where you kill the enjoyment for a goal, and then you get to the goal, and then the goal of the enjoyment that the goal originally was set for isn't really there.
She has to use that spear spin to get back in.
It can't be for a bit though.
Pressure onto a beak as well. You saw Hattori. Hattori's like marking of DPS and support is kind
pretty
of insane.
late, but if you want something for variety, you can always do a Dark Urge run of BG3.
I'm not really looking to sink that much time in right now with BG3. Yo, Master Joinker, like the 10 gifties. Yo, appreciate the big 10 gifties, dude. Much love, man. Thank you, Joinker. Appreciate it. What's up, man?
Payload's going again.
Try to get some issues to thank you.
Going for a reset, double support ultimate, but only trading pulse bombs for both teams so far.
Hattori's actually so cracked though. Like, we watched her yesterday be able to just walk confidently into the back line, able to grab a pick onto the Cassidy, a Lucio, anything, and is just doing such a good job of marking down those squishier targets. Abik is, you know, one of the first to fall sometimes when Hattori does smell that blood in the water, and having this Terror Surge ready too. Maybe they could go for like a Terra Kitsune, anything here feels good.
Tori's in a little bit of trouble, saved by the sound barrier for now at least. Night cancellation on the high noon. That's a terror surge, and it's massive. Psycho cleaning up after everybody just basically grabbed into one place. Nice stuff coming through from LSU, just grabbing everybody in that small corridor, and Psycho just ripping them apart.
How many hours did you say it approximately took you to reach top 500?
Team kill.
It's already a good start for them as well. Just being able to stop that cart where it is. You have so many different
at
defensive
least
positions
200 or
you can
300
play around. You can play on this castle. You can play in the undertow. Whoa!
Actually,
had these Suzu there.
yeah, probably more than that.
Psycho pulse bomb,
top 500. Well, back in my day, top 500 was a little different. Top 500 was pretty high GM. Like the lowest of top 500 was like 43, like 4,300-ish. Right? Depending on when in the season it was.
They had a hell of a series against EXO.
Any tips on how to play Ramattra versus Malgo or Ryan? Versus Ramattra? Swap. Don't even worry about it. Against Ryan, you're actually the way better pick. Just, literally just punch him. Just don't get pinned off. That's the only thing.
Happy to be here.
They're not here because
punch him for 2 months. And also run by the Ryan. If you sit there and punch the Ryan the entire time, you're just dead. The idea is to just pressure the Ryan into backing into his team and then run him over.
They're already putting up a great defense here. Brought down
what was I saying before? Fuck, I forget. Oh, time. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a hard question to answer.
Psycho's checking.
Because I roll swapped too. I roll swapped.
As they do retreat to their team. Psycho forced to recall. Now Pack hunting and searching for the enemy tracer. Spots everybody grouped up. That's an easy pulse one, surely.
I'm gonna estimate 3 or 4. I'm gonna say 300.
And everybody else is around them. High noon now on the point.
I'm gonna estimate 300. And it wasn't like a 300 over a long period of time. It was a very condensed 300. Like every day playing for 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours.
Grabbing everybody forward, and Psycho just getting so much damage done, and Zoro just refusing to fall though. Peace and Love's defense kind of crumbling before
they play only Orisa. They play whatever the best comps and best hero it is to takes to win. So there you go. That gives your answer.
Make sure the rest of Supershy can stay alive and cap the point. 3 minutes to go. These timebacks looking ever so similar as Peace and Love go for a reset, making sure they can defend third. They want to defend as quick as they can on this corner, but it's going to be hard. Hisori's got this Terror Surge once again. It's been the tool that's found them a lot of success so far.
The sound barrier.
Oh, that's not a good pick. That's 2 picks already. No ults, nothing needed. 3, in fact. A beat goes down as well.
Wow, I was gonna say that like they have the sound barrier for this Terror Surge from Hitori, but they didn't use it. They're gonna need to have it now in order to actually engage.
I put thousands of hours into League of Legends and Peak Silver.
Pulse bomb, good connection. Suzu though coming in, clutch.
But then again though, raw hours doesn't mean much. The only thing raw hours really accounts for is like learning a hero how it works, like what the buttons do. You know? Like, okay, this button is good for pushing people back. This button is good in this situation. This button is good. You know what I mean? That's what like the first 40 hours is for. And then beyond that, some people are better at using their time than others. And the best way I can describe this to you is like, holy shit, this guy's insane. Hey, could you miss a shot or two? Making me feel a little self-conscious over there.
You gotta take the high
coming from your Siege video, man? Oh, yeah, fuck. Wait, you came from... Wait a minute, huh? Wait, so you're like not an Overwatch player? You just happened to find my Siege video and were like, hey, you're kind of cool? That's kind of fucking sick. Never had that happen before. Normally it's Overwatch people. Yeah, what's up?
Hitori is so good at
what was I gonna say? Fuck, I don't remember.
Whether it's just walking past
oh yeah, the time thing. Some people are really good with their time and being effective with their time. Like think about that guy in college or high school that you knew that used to study all day, all night, all day, all night, and they never did well. you know, like they never like put in a lot of, like they never like their scores weren't good, or you know, their test scores, or they always struggled in certain things. Like sometimes even if you just put a ton of hours into something, you're not like being effective with it, and like that can be like your notes weren't good, right? Like your notes weren't good and you're just sitting there reading your notes over and over, and your notes were never good in the first place. So some people are really good with their time and are able to use it super effectively, so it doesn't take them very long, but others maybe that aren't as good with it might take a little bit longer, but you can still get to the same goal.
It's definitely turning out to be a close series, which I'm liking. You know, I love a little bit of free Overwatch sometimes. I love a little stomping, but it's always fun when it goes the full distance. We'll see if Pack can get it done. No, only a little bit of free ult charge on the Orisa. Yeah, I mean, they've done it before, so you're not really...
Yeah, everyone loves going for that hook shot now.
LSU to peek there. See what Hitori can do.
Actually, I talked to Karku like the other day. I want to see if I can get him to play Siege again.
Just been kind of sick with the spears so far.
Hi Flats, I'm glad you're live because I can't go anywhere with my swollen Achilles tendon. Lol, I hope your allergies get better soon. You should look up the thing with male trees and allergies.
Male trees and allergies. Any spark notes, smarties in chat?
Looking like Shaun of the Dead. Oh, a beak. Just got to keep LSU alive as they looking like they're going to get rotated on again. As Supershy do take this bar control. Peace and love now on the back foot. Lauren just unable to get these railgun connections. I mean, they're hitting bodies a lot of the time, but you need kills.
That Riss is killable.
Oh.
No, still killable actually. Still very killable.
Comes up the kill initially. They do end up trading both their Sojourn, so it's on the traces now to try and get this additional bit of work done. 24 seconds to go.
The balls harden. That's a great first time message I've ever seen them. Male trees equal sneeze.
They're just going to front face this one, but
Botanical sexism, that's what it's called? Wait, what?
Kills are going to have to come through eventually, surely. Pulse bomb, it gets teleported away. A beak still
so,
alive. And
the tree that's outside my house that's fucking with me is a male tree?
I mean, the Sojourns are back in action. B is being focused out now by the Tracer, and Hitori has the Terror Surge. But it is Takunu killing, finally. Supershy getting it done.
Or is it I'm suffering more because I'm male?
The first point. The team kill comes in OT.
The trees just don't like me because they think.
Oh my god, I was getting so nervous there. I'm like, where
competition? Like I'm confused. What is the theory here?
Get it done now that overtime is activated.
Male trees equal more pollen equal more sneeze. Wait, so how do I know?
Able to finish off those picks, and Hitori and Zaro, they have this Terror Surge.
How do I know?
Overclock combo that they can come into this next part with.
Hang on.
But they're up against the clock, right? It's overtime activated. They can't step off of this cart, so you just have to try to play it to those advantages.
Decent stick. Uh-oh. This ends now. Ooh. When does it end? Both Sojourners kind of staring each other in the face right now. Terror Surge on the points. Hitori needs some support desperately. There's no health to be found. No
Male plants produce spurts of millions of pollen particles that cause constant coughing, sneezing, while female plants remove pollen from the air.
Left on a little bit of an island. They needed to be able to touch, but she couldn't quite get it done.
Wait, so do I need to get a female plant to save me?
The payload just after those doors, and that's a tough point to hold as well, mind you. We'll see what Supershy can do on the defenses. Peace and love. And Supershy, a very tough game. A battle of the Orisas a lot of
how
the time,
male trees and botanical sexism can be making your allergies worse.
Because most of the time, I felt like
seasonal allergies, you know that you can be miserable with symptoms ranging from sneezing to itchy eyes or even trouble breathing. Research says landscaping decisions in big cities can make your symptoms worse. It's a battle of the sexes involving plants, not people. There's no gender balance in cities anymore, and horticulturist and author Tim Organ coined the phrase botanical sexism. He says city planners and urban landscapers refer to male or plant male trees over female trees because they're easier to maintain. The problem is that they may be making your allergies worse. The male produce millions of flowers, and each flower has hundreds of anthers, and that produce tons of pollen. The female trees produce seeds, they produce no pollen. But female trees do produce fruits and seeds, which litter sidewalks and streets, and that can get messy. Oh. That's why he says urban areas don't have many female trees, which means the pollen from male trees isn't getting absorbed and instead ends up in the air. This is what I end up with: botanical sexism, because it does impact allergies and asthma and other diseases as well, because it just increases the pollen count.
We'll see how Peace and Love want to play this. I mean, both DPS.
That's fucked up. Yo, biscuits are magic things in 6 months. Appreciated.
LSU absorbing that railgun shot from Zorro, hitting that spear spin, but Lauren in trouble. Didn't even need a fully charged railgun for that one. But again, both Sojins have been traded, and now where do the kills come in? I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for another 2-minute stall. Nice Suzu from Tekuno to get.
Yeah, that tree outside is definitely a male tree.
She ends up living, but where's the
because it doesn't really have shit on the ground ever, and it always is full of flowers.
Looks like Tracer's back in. Pack on the point with a pulse on from Psycho. Goes wide. It's actually Pack that goes down. The rush onto the point for Supershy. They've got it in this small choke point. They've lost their Tracer.
So Tracer's
I feel called out.
To get back into this, and this Kitsune rush would have been nice to have that as a bit of an advantage moving into this next part or the final part of this map. Yeah,
you just rip it. You're not going to worry about Tekuno using his. I mean, Pat with the pulse on the back line as well does end up getting booted away. There's the stick. Oh my god! If that landed, that was so close. Pack just relieving a bit of pressure from the front line. Hitori trying to dance away. No CDs remaining. There's the terror surge.
Damn. Did the poor Arissa looking down at the ground, trying not to get headshot? Been there.
And what they're being used for.
This game is hot donkey dog shit.
Talked about this a little bit in a recent
interview. You've been here about 25 seconds. Are you just like going from Overwatch stream to Overwatch stream to just like try to shit talk of the game and see if people like respond? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, that's kind of low effort rage bait. You're gonna have to try harder.
There wasn't a team left to be able to actually go forward with that, and you would have loved to see either of those ultimates saved on.
I'm going to LA in like 2 weeks, and I do want to try to vlog that, but I don't know how. I'm scared of IRL content, dude. I'm scared. I don't know how to do it. I like never really watched IRL content too much, so I don't have like a frame of reference.
See how long it takes for the first kills come through.
Is that a horse in your closet? You didn't see anything.
Just set the stopwatch and wait for the kills to come in. Oh, nice spear onto Zorro in the back. Oh, Psycho.
Just kidding.
Psycho was trying to punish Zorro for getting speared into the wall, but unfortunately, a fully charged railgun met their heads. Oh. All right. All right, Supershy. Okay. Nice first fight. Another stag kill be really nice.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. All right. Good stuff. Really nice start here from
I'm 6'4".
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have a Kitsune rush by the time that Peace and Love are able to get back.
Overwatch is good. The kid's just mad. I mean, Overwatch at its core is still very good. This season, though,
comfortable to want to try to actually.
There is a lot of good this season. Don't get me wrong, but I've always said if anything would ever kill Overwatch, it's the balance. I'm fucking so sick of playing Arissa, dude. I'm so fucking sick of it. I can't take it anymore. If I have to sit there and I have my two options of play Arissa all day or not play the game, I'm not playing the game. That's my new stance.
Oh, speaking of which, Zorro had no clue they were there, it looked like. My word, a bit out of nowhere. Insta-kill with a spear. And the bot has been stopped. They're rushing this.
That's my new stance.
That rush at all. They've stolen the bot, and you're only 3. Any more ultimate?
No, I think Ryan's pretty good actually. But Ryan's gonna get fucking bullied by Arissa, so. The problem is though, is when you nerf Arissa, then it's just going to become Hog, and then when it becomes Hog, and then Hog gets nerfed, Arissa will probably get a micro buff, and then it becomes.
Because it didn't get any value.
Oh, there it is. Oh man, oh no, we didn't agree with your rage bait opinion. Oh no.
Flashbacks are setting in for Peace and Love.
Oh man, no.
7 minutes to go. Checkpoint unlocked for Supershy.
Shut up, pussy.
I mean, they've also come back from crazy things, right? They had that really close Esperanza versus Diempero in the first round.
I remember.
That was like so close, like true.
Oh yeah, then Malga becomes meta whenever Hog gets nerfed, and then Arissa will be getting a second mini buff at that time. And then whenever Hog gets or Malga gets nerfed again, then we'll have a little renaissance period where things will be good. But then Arissa will get another micro buff, and then boom, right back to the beginning. The endless cycle of life.
Well, hopefully this is.
Well, I mean that guy was clearly rage bait. Clearly.
Still kind of at a standstill
I literally called it.
Overclock unleashed.
All right, double sound barrier. It looks like Tekuno on high ground did not receive any of that overhealth, and now the reverse sound overclock from Zoro. I mean, Lauren didn't stand a chance. It's a nice little angle too. If you can click some heads. Zoro not finding extra damage to the overclock, but it's all good. Still with a decent position to punish LSU. Now he's got Leia in his sights. Oh, my word. See you later. Nice boot there, actually, from Sobek, just sending him flying into the LOS. And Zoro cleans house on the Sojourn, and Supershy gains some additional meterage.
It's literally just attention seeking.
Well, and then they have the Kitsune rush
your
back.
attention, and then never see them again.
Then on the straightaway,
and then they go to the next Overwatch stream, and then they start off with the same thing again.
Peak does have an answer to this, though. Could lay down that Kitsune rush as well.
I missed when Oaks are different team comps and variety. I get it, they are picking strong heroes, but the variety was Peak.
And also force out
yeah, but that hasn't been a thing in years.
Well, Pulse Bomb came out. That almost destroyed the front line there, but I mean, Suzu's all the extra healing as well from that rush. Tekunu using theirs too. I mean, rush for rush.
That hasn't been a thing in years.
Trying to heal Zoro. I don't think they're going to be able to escape here. I mean, maybe.
I mean, like, there are little times, right, where what'll happen. And honestly, in the beginning of early OWCS, it kind of happened. But when there's not major patches that shake up the game, after you have like a few weeks or months of playing basically the same patch, every team has scrimmed against it. They've learned how to play with it, play against it. They've learned why it's like the better comp, you know. And so like some teams will run small variations, and you can tell it's a lot of times by region, but everybody's been playing Orisa, Lucio, Kiri for the last few months. Sojourn's been being played for like the last year. Tracer's been played for the last like 6 months.
They're on their lonesome on the high ground. Again, another scrappy fight, kind of breaking down. In Orisa,
would 66 hurt or help the game's balance? I don't think it would do either. I think it would. If I'm completely honest, gameplay loop wise, I think 66 is better. Gameplay loop wise, everything else 5v5. Everything else.
There's still no progress being made.
And that's why you can't go back. Because the gameplay loop for tank players is substantially worse. But queue times are so much better. It's more accessible to players. Your individual impact is higher. A lot of heroes got reworks for 5v5. We've already transitioned into 5v5. You'd have to, if you actually went to write the course, quote unquote, and went back, you'd have to spend like the next like 6 months to a year probably changing it back. We don't even know if the engine can handle 6v6 anymore. Because Overwatch 2 is a new engine. It's not Overwatch 1 engine. You can't just go and like turn it back on. If you've played the Mauga meta, if you played Mauga and you played Echo with Mauga and all the Maugas used ult at the same time, it crashes the server. It has like a 100% crash rate. Did you know that? Mauga ult is so fucking intensive on the server that if both Maugas use ults and then the Echoes jump in and use ults, the game will crash. The game will crash. Or the other scenario is if 10 players use ult at the exact same time, the game will crash. The game will crash.
Able to finally get that decisive team fight.
That says to me that we're already kind of probably working at the limits here, because there's a system called the Switch that exists, and because the Switch exists and Overwatch is playable on the Switch, that means in some way the game has to also function on the Switch. If you've ever heard developers or whatever complain about having to work with inferior hardware,
their heads ripped off by the
it literally might not be possible. Remember you're playing 11 dads, 11 kids, 1 dad, and the lobby kept dying? Yeah. I don't remember that game mode dying all the time in Overwatch 1, but anytime we tried to play 11 kids, 1 dad, it just constantly crashed. So there's a real possibility that 6v6 might not even work. Like, actually, like, functionally. Not even talking meta, not even talking balance. Functionally.
Very much in
there's a possibility that exists on the table. And then on top of that too, if you went back to 6v6, what's the point of Overwatch 2, right? Like PvE's canceled. You'd have to kind of like admit that the game was a failure and go back, and you're like, we're going back to Overwatch 1. You'd have to rebrand almost at that point. Genuinely, that is real talk. So.
Exactly what they're doing. They're waiting for Alice to jump in. There's the Terror Surge. Nice little Suzu on top of that Lucio to keep them alive.
There's a lot of other things at play here than just gameplay loop.
Probably pulled someone down to low, but Hattori didn't land too much with it. Nice spear on the Lucio. It is a very deathmatchy, and can they secure another kill? Both supports on top of each other.
In a way, you'd kind of have to like.
55 seconds.
You'd almost have to be going back to old Overwatch 1 players, you know? Like you're basically at that point catering to everybody who played Overwatch at the end. You know what I'm saying? Because like most of the 6v6ers are all people that played Overwatch at the end when it was shit.
Something like this, Winston. OWCS is going to switch over to that to try to take these engagements
you know,
faster.
There you go. That's a good start.
So there's a lot of implications with that. That's why the conversation is not as easy as people make it. People try so hard to feel like they're on the right side of history and be like, oh my god, it's just so easy. Like they could just do this. They won't admit it, dude. It's way more complicated than that, and it's kind of disingenuous to think it's not.
Opportunity to come back in.
Yeah, but overtime is going to activate, and Winston is not known for having the best point presence compared to something like the Orisa, especially when you want to try to jump onto that enemy backline. So you have to play a bit more reactively if you're going to be LSU. Already getting stopped out of that jump.
Just getting cyberbullied in the front. Like, good stick, even better Suzu. Coming from Tekuno, saving Zoro's life.
I have Steam notifications.
Suzu was chosen on the Sojourn. You could have used it on the Winston. Either one would have died. Or the Orisa, sorry. Either one would have met a horrible fate. Regardless. And with
it's a nice variety. You can play more Hades. Am I liking that game? Okay. I'm now in a bit of a conundrum. I'm in a bit of a conundrum.
They have a lot to be able to throw at this, especially when the Kutsuna rush is
kind of because now I'm committed to play Overwatch on Saturday, and I potentially might be committed to play Overwatch on Sunday. And now I'm like, do I start another variety game if I'm not going to play it for a few days? The answer is probably yes. I probably should, and just do it. Fuck it.
No jump, no health. Sobek takes the kill, and there it is. Supershy at the very end. Peace and love.
There's reasons, Jonathan. There's reasons.
Meters to go, but they couldn't quite clutch.
I'll tell you the Saturday one. The Saturday one, we are doing the VTuber 5 stack.
A Supershy claim a victory on Esperanza.
So close. We are getting a map number 4.
I'll tell you that one.
Almost could be more confident in plays that they're
wasn't it like
KSAA?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if,
yeah, I don't know why. I mean, no one's really. I have no clue.
So.
I can only imagine they got snatched by another team because.
I think Zoro is also.
I mean, they're good.
Kind of
I like reading this on Twitter about how Roger Goodell wants to make it 18 games now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it says his ideal schedule is 18 regular season games.
Nah.
And then only 2 preseason games.
I don't know what else to expect outside of that. I think, oh my god.
Hey, if they do that, that salary cap is going to increase even more.
I mean, Pigeons, I think so.
You're going to see $70 million a year quarterbacks.
People with fear of
it happened in the NBA.
Is mostly a fear.
Yeah.
Like their max contracts now are like 82 million. I know I over exaggerated, but like it's.
Are you over exaggerating? It's up there.
I think it's like 50 million now in the NBA. Which is funny because I remember growing up, like it's like the player signed the 12 million max contract.
Oh yeah, it's so different now.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. It probably is.
I mean, you know,
actually.
the real place is baseball.
They're in North America, they're in Europe.
Oh, baseball, they don't care.
700 million.
Really in Italy.
Yeah, 10-year, $832 billion contract. They don't care.
Yeah.
And by the way, Zombie, I don't think anybody's gonna get that reference.
Did they find a way to have more pigeons on this map?
Yes, they added more pigeons in.
Hell yeah.
Apparently it's 5 less FPS per pigeon, but it's all about the aesthetic.
And we're gonna go ahead and do a listen in to see how these teams are approaching this fight. Nope, just kidding.
Yes, baseball does have a lot more games. You're not wrong.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
You wouldn't get it flats, okay? You don't.
No, I guess I wouldn't. I just. Yeah, I've never seen teams go this way, by the way, to the right instead of, you know, to the
every
other
time.
side.
One team goes this way, one team goes the other way. It's become the default strategy. I have always seen the team that goes here not get the point right away. So but I think what they like is they eventually get the map control, and then they can like kind of do this. See how they're like above them now? Like it's
they win it in the long term.
Yeah, so they give up like 40%, you know, 35%, and then but then if they lose it though, that's pretty much it because they've lost too much. They've already charged their ultimate stuff. It's tough. I would like to be the team that capped the point first on that situation, but it's just play styles.
Yeah.
Some players are just comfortable with this, the angles they have, etc.
He's never able to grab that terrain back, but look at this. Pulse Bomb Suzu to come in there, but these Kitsune rushes, oh my god.
I was going to say, I hear the litter box, and it's Arnie. All right, here we go.
After using that rush, both sound barriers deployed.
Recommendations for female Twitch streamers.
Really good plays here.
A lot of really good female Twitch streamers, especially in Overwatch.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. They ended up grinding it out and winning the team fight. So that's what I mean. Like, it looks like on paper we're like, oh, I like the other way, but peace and love, it works. Some players also have like their sweet spots. You know what I mean?
Although
like some players just like
doing a ton of streaming at the moment.
It might be tough to kind of get back in.
Am I going to DreamHack Dallas this year? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you now. I forgot to remember you know the guy from Face It or whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
I just responded to him on Twitter like after 3 weeks, and I said, oh yeah, by the way. I was thinking about, you know when it gets to the point where it's been too long and you're like,
I hit that moment all the time.
I just said fuck it, I'm just not doing that anymore. I'm responding 3 weeks late and just going, yeah, I don't care. Like, you want to respond again, that's fine.
Honestly,
it's
a good attitude to have because I feel like so many people, including myself, we like I forget to message somebody back after 12 hours, and I'm like, did I hit my limit on the time I can respond to this? What is the deal here? And then you overthink it for a week and a half, and then it's been a week and a half, and you're like, should I respond still? I don't know.
Yeah, no, literally, I think it's been 3 or 4 weeks, and I just said, oh yeah, by the way, like, yeah, I know about all this stuff. Maybe.
You don't really have a great thing to combo with it yet if Pac is not able to get up to this pulse bomb, but at least you're able to kind of help with the terrace.
Oh, Sobek! Oh, that's so
Sobek already?
Yeah.
Oh, the disruptor shot.
Disruptor shot. Lots of it. Yeah, just I think got.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I told chat my DreamHack Dallas now is going to be. Let's see how I feel after the California trip.
So you're not going.
I don't know. Maybe I will go. I don't know.
I mean, you're like me after a long trip, though. You're like,
oh, I'm more of a hermit crab than you are after a trip. Yeah. I'm like a turtle. Like
you
know, like I'll walk around in my little turtle shell, and I'll let you know when I'm ready. Like, I mean, who knows?
Well, what weekend is it? What's the date?
Last like weekend of May.
Yeah, no fucking chance then. If it was June, maybe.
Well, I know, but like I gotta see. You know, if Lonnie can maybe get off like work or something, but like at work, if she tries to take a day off, they tell her that's a bad idea.
Here come the rushes. There's the kills again. Both.
Yeah, that shit fucking annoys me. That is so annoying. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, they do it every time. He's also not a lot of. Well, I think it's the holiday weekend if I'm correct.
Zoro's showing up, I think.
And that's why she couldn't go, because if she takes a day off to go fly to Dallas with me, they say that if there's a holiday weekend, you're not allowed to take a day off, like, prior. So I think she has, like, Monday off, but then they tell her, like, you can't take Monday through Friday off the week before.
That's insane.
Lauren's been able to get some really nice angles, and even though it's a little bit more difficult on Ruins, because you do have to use the power slide in order to actually
that's their rules.
Figure out your positioning. You already have high ground again, and you mark Zoro as soon as they get up there.
So I'm not sure Lauren's going to be a factor.
That's a good start for. What's up?
I was going to say that's just the Sojourn jump scare there. You jump up to contest, already has rail, almost one shots you.
Yeah, exactly. Is that what they're called, dolls? Yeah.
What?
Oh no, dolls are saying they have like a certain like terminology for that in school. Like, I guess it's like a common thing.
For what?
Just days you can't take off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Reset. And Zoro Pack, they do have the DPS ultimates, but once
it's like, here, you get these days off throughout the year. You get to choose when you use them. Except on these days. You can't choose these days.
Supershy having ults, they're gonna be
or these days.
That's pretty much. Yep. Oh yeah, they have a whole system there. It's a bit interesting. Okay, I mean, honestly, like, I don't even know if they go for that. It feels like if they rush this,
at least. I think they really want to get at least one.
I mean, maybe I'm honestly. Oh
no!
What a shot!
Yeah, now I think they have to give it now.
Yeah, and the problem is, I feel like Peace and Love built so many ultimates during this too that like.
Wait, actually, wait a minute.
Wait a second, maybe we're wrong. Huge beat.
Yeah, Hitori's wrist is actually kind of crazy. Oh, and he's dead.
Yeah.
Supershy investing so much into
this is a good matchup.
I think they were just thinking about it the entire time. They're like, oh, we'll see, and then they get a pick, and they're like, okay, let's invest, and then they're just too low, you know?
Sometimes the most dangerous team fights are the ones that last too long.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's just like,
after this.
Yep.
They only need one more in it.
We're going to need the reverse sweep from Supershy on Flashpoint to be able to bring it to a map to try to reverse sweep.
And they had to push it there.
Can it happen? Will it happen? Well, we'll find out.
Oh, of course. Never quit your jump before finding another one.
We'll find out.
Always find another one.
To engage in that fight, but that fight was messy.
Not a job.
It didn't really feel like they were able to play together.
I can't tell if you're a kid or just... No, you're a kid.
Even just as a team of 5. They're able to get to Gardens first, but the ultimate advantage is still... Oh my god.
Okay, chill. We're chilling.
We'll see what happens.
Trace had the recall. Trace had the recall.
Going off the edge.
We're chilling.
You really don't like me in the spot though, because like now if you're Peace and Love, like if a point doesn't look that great to you, you just stack ults for the next one, and then
yep.
like
I agree. That's
you're
why
pretty
they're
much in a great spot. You can get all the way to 99, where they have to ult you out, and then you just build ults the entire time, and then have like 4 ults walking back in to fight back on the 99. You know.
The problem I see with a lot of teams though is there's just like this timing where if you're the winning team, you get it to like they get the 99%.
I thought you were saying like fuck a job, like
and then they heck up.
Don't get
happen all the time.
Jobs suck.
I'm really curious to see what happens if like Peace and Love gets the 99% and then they get close to winning the team fight. I always see those teams overcommit ults and then lose the point, and then they just lose their ult economy the rest of the way.
Yeah, okay.
So Supershy actually hitting these shots early is probably helping.
You were just saying like, oh, don't get a job.
Because they don't have to ult.
Because like that's like what? Like you have to like it sucks, but you gotta.
65%. I mean, Supershy. This is gonna be last fight on this point, especially with how long.
Yeah, leaving a job always sucks, but
very decisive though.
Sometimes that's literally the best way to grow. You know.
What?
Forced a recall's not great. But post-bomb terror surge
Did I miss something?
The rush. Sekuno only 10% away. Zoro tries to turn the tide with this overclock.
Okay, nothing's happening.
There's the Orishas trying to take off.
Yeah,
helicopter mode on the points.
Sekuno
again, letting go of
guys,
so remember when we talked about it? I mean, they
look up.
They did it. They ulted.
That's Filthy's name.
So now my concern is what's going to happen if.
I'm not sure Pack has a recall though. No.
Yeah. No,
that's very late into these engagements.
I feel like Supershy actually over-ulted. Peace and Love's happy with that, and now they have the ult economy regardless.
For no reason. If you're still here, you're good, dude.
Oh, that feels so bad. I mean, it's like the Kitsune Rush. I think you hope that that's enough to tip the scales in your favor. And
here we go.
I understand the miscommunication. I understand it. It just
enough, but
here we go. I'm ready.
To keep Pack alive, and there was not enough follow-up. So once again,
I think Peace and Love might just be able to take this if they...
with no ultimates, the onus.
Sorry, I wasn't paying. I had something I had to look at for a couple seconds. I kind of missed like 2 team fights. What happened?
Somebody get mad at you again?
No, someone got banned for something that they shouldn't have, and I had to make sure it got fixed.
That's good. This looks like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Peace and Love is gonna play close. They're gonna Kitsune. I think it might be over.
I think the number's like 65. If it's 65, you have a good contest, but this is, I don't even know if they're gonna make it.
Unless the Tracer can tap. Okay, Tracer did. Now it's on the Lucio. Lucio's gonna tap. Yep. But they got the Elim. They have the Kitsune. I just don't see them. I think that might be it.
Yo, they have a big raid, dude. Hey, I appreciate it. Hello. Thank you, Dora.
Damn.
Much love. Oh, we had a good stream.
Not a bad match, though.
Out of the tournament.